Hey everybody, how you doing? This is William, and I want to do this video on account of I'll get myself a haircut. Um, I want to do this video based on these people that have been friends of mine for many, many, many years, and I'm talking over 40 years. And some of them, um, they suffer from what they call TDS, or Trump derangement syndrome. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk about this because hopefully, I mean, these are intelligent, educated people. So I don't understand why they think the way they do, because I have actually did the miles. Like when somebody says something about President Trump, Donald Trump, okay, I'm talking to an educated guy, or another friend of mine too, a lady too. But if I'm talking to them, and they're the coolest people in the world, man. They're just wildly cool, nice, really funny, witty. It's who I grew up with. Um, and as soon as you bring up President Trump, it's like a switch, and they're like, "He's a con man," and I'm like, "Listen, I'm not all in on Donald Trump, but I think I'm all in on him as president because he can do the job. He's a shrewd businessman." And let me hear all the lies, okay? And this is what I'm making this video about, is because too many things have been said, okay, that aren't true. I mean, and this is going to be like a series. I'm going to make a couple of these and see what happens. But I'm going to give you examples each time I do this video of some of the lies that have been told about President Trump. And they list them all off. And I'm telling you, you're talking about educated people turn around and spew this stuff that's not true. Now, why did they do that, you ask? I don't have an answer for that. A little crooked. I really don't have an answer. And it blows my mind. So I decided to delve down in a little deeper. Because when my one friend says, I hear that stuff and I do my own research and I know it's true. So who was they talking to when they said I did my own research? See, the thing is, today's subject is drinking or injecting bleach. Okay? This is rather disturbing claim because I like to hear it myself. If somebody says, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that, it's almost like locker room talk, and it says, oh, he liked to grab girls by the, poussoir. That's just not like, it's locker room talk, dude. We all do it, and if we was a successful businessman and had women pouring all over us, and those girls probably want them, they probably want their poussoir to be grabbed and plus some. Okay, so let's just be honest. So that's like locker room talk. To try and say he's a bad person just because of that. And did he go through a couple wives? Is he a perfect husband? No, man. We're not looking for dude. You turn around and say he's a con man, and then you look at this Joe Biden with open eyes. I say, like if somebody says he did this with Trump, and then you turn around and you ask them, well, didn't Joe Biden take a lot of money and have like a whole bunch of shell accounts? Trump didn't have that. Didn't he take a lot of that money and had money from other countries, literally world leaders of our enemies, and had it deposited in those accounts and then distributed to family members of Joseph Biden? Trump didn't do that. So I'm just saying, I am all in on Trump, but I'm just telling you why. And the thing is even if somebody tells me some different news, I want to go find the actual proof. And the reason why I say that is because I like peace with my friends. And it's hard to talk to them when they get like this. It's like a switch. They go right into meltdown, these people, they go, oh, he's this. Well, and some of the things they say are true and okay, but put it into perspective. You're given a list of stuff that doesn't mean jack shit in the presidency. They tried to impeach him over a conversation with Ukraine, right? But Joe Biden blackmailed, bribed. He bribed, what do you call it? Ukraine. Literally said, you're going to fire this guy, or you're not going to get the $2 billion or whatever dollars or whatever it was. He actually said that. It's on video. He said it. We can't get around it. But why is it that you're going to, when you're going to judge somebody on what you don't know they said? When you have news agencies go through so much and say, President Trump did this, President Trump did that, and later you find out that wasn't true, as a normal, thinking, analytical, objective person, I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to see him say it out of his own mouth. I want to hear it. It's almost like the peeing on the bed thing. It didn't even turn out to be a total lie. And then like Russia thing was Hillary Clinton. How come they didn't go after her like they did Trump? It just confuses me. Why is it they go after him so? Well, he's a threat to who they are. He's a threat to the system, and I think this time around he's going to do some real damage to that quote unquote swamp. The dishonesty, and like I say, all those intelligence officials signed a letter saying it was Russian disinformation when all of them actually knew factually that it was not. It was actually his laptop, and they had to go in spin control. And Joe Biden went and lied on TV. The funniest thing is they're measuring about stuff that Trump says that may not be totally true, but is close. I mean, like, he's generalizing sometimes, and then you call it a lie. Here's the clip about, at first during this press conference about COVID-19, this one head of whatever, he'll say his name on here in a minute, he's going to turn around and say that bleach can be used and UV light can be used to kill something in a minute, right? He also said, outside surfaces. He didn't say injected. He didn't say that. So you'll see this. Check this out. Okay? Now I'm just setting up the stage because you're gonna understand where Donald Trump got the words from. Disinfectant. He never used the word. Donald Trump never used the word bleach. Drink bleach. He didn't say inject bleach. He was asking a question to the doctor. He turned his head. I know. Is there something you could put in that'll just kill it out? He said, is something you can inject? He did say that. But he's asked a question. He didn't say, everybody, I want you to go on home now and drink a cup of bleach every day until the virus is gone. He didn't say that. I mean, why do some of the people that I really respect say that? Why do they say that? Why do they drum right in? And then when this person said, oh, I do my own research. From where? I go straight to the source. When somebody said Donald Trump said this, I want to go on YouTube. I'm going to find the actual footage of him saying, I want you guys to drink bleach. Why? How does your mind function? I mean, do you just want to hear what you want to hear? Because I hear a lot of things I don't want to hear, but I don't repeat them as true just to support my side. I'm not 100% on Donald Trump, but I am 100% Donald Trump being president, especially next year. It's going to be very important, okay? They're selling us out. We're vulnerable. We got to close the border. We got to bring trade In the Czech, we have to bring back manufacturing jobs here in the United States. I'm not in the United States. I'm in Thailand. I'm in Thailand right now. Excuse me. So, here's the clip of the guy talking about bleach. Okay, and I'll be right back with you. Check it out.
My name is Bill Bryan, and I lead the Science and Technology Directorate at the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Our most striking observation to date is the powerful effect that solar light appears to have on killing the virus, both surfaces and in the air, both surfaces and in the air, both surfaces and in the air. When you see the word surface, we're talking about non-porous surfaces, door handles, stainless steel. And as the humidity increases, with no sun involved, you can see how drastically the half-life goes down on that virus. You inject the sunlight into that, you inject UV rays into that, the same effects on line 2 at 70 to 75 degrees with 80% humidity on the surface, and look at line 4, but now you inject the sun, the half-life goes from 6 hours to 2 minutes. The virus does not survive as well in droplets of saliva, and that's important because a lot of testing being done is not necessarily being done, number one, with the COVID-19 virus, and number two, in saliva or respiratory fluids. We're also testing disinfectants, readily available. We've tested bleach, we've tested isopropyl alcohol on the virus, specifically in saliva or in respiratory fluids, and I can tell you that bleach will kill the virus in 5 minutes. Isopropyl alcohol will kill the virus in 30 seconds, and that's with no manipulation, no rubbing, just spraying it on and leaving it go. You rub it and it goes away even faster. We're also looking at other disinfectants, specifically looking at the COVID-19 virus.
Okay, so now that you saw that, you got to ask yourself, all right, so he's at a press conference, and then all of a sudden, Donald Trump gets in there. Instead of saying like, an antiviral injection or something like that. He probably meant that, but who knows whatever he meant. But he also didn't tell anybody to take it or do it. He was asking a question. So here's President Trump now. Okay, I want you to watch this closely because it's very important to see. And I want my friends that absolutely hate President Trump to see this as untruths told about him. They lie about him. So to at least make you listen to all the stuff you don't like about him. And don't look it up on news channels. For some reason, they're all in one thing, and they always say the same exact thing. Go find a video of him actually saying it with his own mouth in front of the camera, in front of you, and see it yourself. If you don't see it yourself, don't believe it. Because you can't believe what MSM says, mainstream media. I stopped believing them back when CNN faked it, that they said they was in Desert Storm, and they said it was on Iraq, and it was upstairs in Atlanta, Georgia, in the roof with a green screen. You know, that's not cool. That was an outright lie they told to everybody. So that was way back then. I realized, man, I ain't never believing that. Anytime they say something, I want to see it myself. I traveled to well over 33, 34 countries. So I'm very well traveled, and I've been around the world. And sometimes when you hear something on the news, it's not, when you go into that country, it's nothing like they say it is. It's usually something totally different, and sometimes it's even worse than what they say. So here's President Trump. Listen to the way he says that. And you guys get back with me on the comments on that and let me know what you think. I mean, there's nothing in this world that even remotely says for other people to drink bleach or inject anything. You know, he was actually turning around asking this doctor, but here's his footage. Hold on, check it out.
Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
All right, now the camera's over here and I keep looking over here, but so anyway, so there you are with President Trump. He did not say drink bleach of any kind. He did not say inject anything. He actually was asking a high-level medical professional. And this is a guy that just listened to the one guy talk about bleach and disinfectant. So he's just had that on his mind. He goes, is there a way you have a certain kind of, something you can inject? I think he mentioned disinfectant, but he never mentioned bleach. So there you have it. Okay, so please, when you guys, you really should vote for Trump, because the reason why I say that is because there's a reason why. There's a reason why they don't want him in. And how can they say a threat to democracy? How can President Trump be a threat to democracy? They just tried to off that motherfucker. Okay? They just tried to off him. They literally tried to off. And don't give me the crap about the guy being a lone wolf, because I heard the guy has, now it's news, they actually had 3 overseas bank accounts. Why does a 20-year-old have 3 overseas bank accounts? Hello? No, actually, it didn't even say bank accounts. So you got to be careful what you hear. He had 3 overseas, some kind of accounts. But I'm skeptical. I don't like to believe what I hear on the news. I don't care what channel it is. I want to hear it and see it myself. But if it's an account, like if it's PayPal, I think, or if is it, you know what I mean? One of those payment places like you can get online. Some of them are rooted in another country or in another country. So it'll automatically say overseas accounts. Let's just say PayPal as an example. I don't know. So if you have PayPal, let's just say it's owned and operated in Switzerland, and something happens, you say, oh, we found out he has a overseas bank account, a Swiss bank account. Well, that would be technically true. It'd be true. But it ain't nothing. It's like how you get paid, how I transfer my money to myself sometimes, So I'm just telling you, these are examples, and there's many others. I mean, of the outright lies that are told about President Trump, that you should understand and open your eyes. You don't have to believe conspiracy theories, but Elon Musk said it himself, and he was giggling when he laughed about it. He says conspiracy theories, and he says, as far as Donald Trump is concerned, has there been one conspiracy theory that has not turned out to be true? Because I don't know. I mean, every time they say, no, he's lying and this and that, then you find out that Hillary Clinton's the one that paid for the dossier, and Hillary Clinton is the one who destroyed her own evidence, admittedly, and never got charged. And she had classified documents and never got charged. Joe Biden had classified documents that he was never entitled to have as a senator. So he never had any rights to have them when he had them. So he stole documents out of what they call the SCIF in Washington. He actually took them out without authorization. Of course, they always say, I don't know how you got them. I don't know how he got them either. I don't care. The only thing is, he had possession of them. Donald Trump had his in Mar-a-Lago, which was highly guarded 24 hours a day. Not somebody's garage next to their Corvette with a drug dealer son. And as far as people getting convicted of a crime, my God, when you try to say, oh, that felon, did you realize that they had to manipulate so many laws and kind of piece them together to make it into a felony, because they couldn't charge him with anything, because one, the statute of limitations run out on every single one of those things. Every one of them. Every one of those things in New York, So, I mean, they couldn't do anything. So they had to go, oh, he paid this one, Stormy Daniels. He said he didn't sleep with her. I got to tell you guys, if you have a picture of him banging Stormy Daniels, okay. But like I say, and you know what? So what if he did? And so what if he cheated on his wife? Because I'm not paying him to babysit my kids, or take out my daughter. You know what I mean? I'm paying him to be the president of the United States. I want some strong son of a bitch, And strong son of a bitches are alpha males, and he is one. So he's going to take over. And I imagine when he was growing up younger, man, he liked bourgeois just like any other guy, and he probably cheated on his wife. I don't know. I don't know. But the thing is, does it matter? It's not about integrity. That's about getting attention and stuff. Like I know, that my ex-wife, man, I tell you something. I literally pulled the gas cap off that car and replaced it before she knew it. I tried and said, "Hell with you," I went and found a hot young girlfriend and went about my life, and I'm married a hot young girl, a young Filipina, which is nice. We're getting back together, but sorry about all that stuff, airing it online. I shouldn't have done that. Little add that in. That I'm sorry I did that. So anyway, keeping it straight. Now that you realize that you can't listen to the news, and you listen to them, and then they say a threat to democracy. Can somebody say, they say he didn't accept the election results. He had absolutely every right to question it, because when he won, okay, they questioned that election all day long. And they say, but Hillary conceded. Donald Trump never did. Formality, but it's the same thing. Same exact thing, She said she conceded the election, and they've been saying forever that Biden has been in good mental, especially to Alejandro Mayorkas. That's a guy I could punch the fuck out of that guy. I hate that guy. I can't stand that guy with a passion. The border is extremely secure. Nobody is crossing it. Really, nigga? I mean, come on. Oh my God. The guy would lie right to your face. We are following the law, and this and that. And you find out he's not dealing with stuff, with detentions and stuff. It goes on and on. I just can't get into it that much more deeper than I do, because I'll go crazy. I just got to kick back and watch some TV later now. But keep it in mind, guys. Comments. Leave the comments. I want to hear some TDS people. I want to hear people tell me, okay, he's this, he this. But like I say, every time they say something about Trump, it turns out that they're always doing the same thing but worse. Classified documents. The kids are losers. And here you got this guy who's got a multinational company, and they say he's a failed businessman, but you tell me what, I don't know how many $1 billion he's worth, and you tell me. You tell me. You tell me where that's landed. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, in other words, let's just give it a good example. They said, Trump is racist. And they said he wouldn't rent to black people on a certain place. Now, I can tell you right off the bat that was run by a management company. Now, we can argue, the apartments, that you can argue all day long whether he knew it or not, but like I say, listening to the news, I wouldn't trust anything they say. But he did have a complaint filed on him, or a lawsuit filed on him, about not letting in enough DEIs, and I'm going to tell you straight up, they probably did that. But did he know about it? I don't think so. I don't think he would, because he's the one that was the first one to take the state of Florida? No, something about Mar-a-Lago before he bought it or something. And they wouldn't let them accept certain money, and he took them to court and won. So he actually did court cases fighting for civil rights. And if anybody doubts it in the comments, I will list it on there. Now, we're not talking about, like I say, each one of those presidents have done something good, but no wars, you know what I mean? The economy was good, and you don't have the guy lying about the jobs. the jobs that when they shut down the economy, I'm not saying that he did everything perfect on the economy with the COVID thing. I say that each one would have done their best and had criticisms either way. I know that I've been in management for many years. I know that sometimes I put my foot square in my mouth, and I go back and I have to make it right. So, anyway, guys, I want you to leave a comment on there, and please let me know what you think. Okay, I'm not a never Trumper. I'm not 100% Trumper, but I am 100% in his thing based on his qualifications and history about bringing the economy up. I really have confidence in that. Biden doesn't do jack shit. Biden left that border wide open. Trump's going to close it. He's going to hit Title IX, 42, whatever the hell it was. You won't see, men and women's sports, which I have all daughters, so I take a lot of offense to that. Anyway, you guys take care. Leave it in the comments and let me know. Okay, bye-bye. Don't forget to please subscribe, like, and share. And I have a really nice viral video that's really come out cool. When I did the one about the Secret Service screwing up so bad. I take things around and I make parodies. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye-bye.